G'day everyone. I wanted to talk to you about Zeapon. It's either Zeapon or Zeapon. I'm not actually quite sure how you pronounce it, but this is a slider that was sent to me a while ago and I absolutely love this. And as I'm talking, I will show you some sort of samples from this, how this works manually. A couple of great things about this slider is that it has the locks that are in the middle here, but it has resistance when you push it, and it gives you a nice feel so that you can get nice smooth motion. Well, what they've recently done is added a motor to this. Now, it also has the same feet, so I'm not going to take it off this unit here, but it also has the same feet that you can get to, so you can stick this on the ground, that I'll show you how that's working as well. So they're great. And the good thing is, you can buy this unit and take the motor off. So if you did want to use it as a manual type slider, you can, or you can leave it with the motor on. I'm lucky that I've got both of them now. And to be honest, after I've used it, I probably think I'd just leave the motor on because it works so well. And the great thing is, when you get this, I got this as a kit completely installed this way, so I didn't have to put it together at all. But you can just buy it with this unit, the power unit, to add on to this. And it comes with all the appropriate tools and everything to install it, and instructions as well. But I was lucky that I didn't actually have to do that with it. So the great features with this slider is it's very, very smooth. When you're using the motor, it is really smooth to use. And it seems to, unlike a lot of other sliders that are out there, that are even way more expensive than this, it does sort of slow down at the end, so you don't get that harsh knock when it slows down at the end. And that's really nice. So you can just sort of keep it moving backwards and forwards and getting some really nice slide work with this. It does just use the standard MPF batteries, so that's what you can use, depending on the size of this too. If you get the very large ones, obviously it'll get a lot longer, but this lasts for a few hours. In fact, I think it probably will go all day at this size, and this is the MPF 77.4 one. It's a 7.2 volt 4400 mAh battery, and that just slides into the back. I really think this is better with the easylock 2 that I'll show you now. So this is the easylock 2. Very, very small, so it's very minimalistic if you want to do it. There is a sort of cutout there that fits into the cutout that you see on this side here, so they'll only fit in together one way. And the great part about this now is that it has legs that you can fold out and fold down.
So I just thought I'd show you it in use here on the floor. This is how it would be. Even though the motor's not attached to this one, it's the same process. So it is great that you can actually put this down on the ground, and those little bits on the bottom that are standing and touching the floor can be moved up and down, so you can get levels using this as well. So it's a great device if you want to get something reasonably level, and also you'll be able to use it without sticking it on a tripod. So I do recommend that you do get this as well. So to power the unit on, all you do is press the power button for 3 seconds and it will turn on. So to change the speed of this, once is the lowest speed, click again, and that's the medium speed, and the third click gives you the fastest speed. And then to move it backwards and forwards, you just use the top 2 buttons, which is really nice and easy.
Okay, so to move to point A and B, to have it set manually without using the app, you just move to the point where you'd like it to go, double click the power button. Move to your next point, and then you double click the power button. Then double clicking the power button again will take that to its point.
Now this is on the highest setting, so it will be a little bit noisier. The other settings are a lot quieter than this.
Double clicking again takes it to its other point.
The other thing too is you'll see it'll ramp down at the end, so it gives you really smooth footage because there's no hard stop.
Now to do a loop mode, what you do is you hold down the button at the top here and then just tap that, and then it will start looping. So this is really good if you're doing things like interviews, things like that, because it sort of ramps down slower at the end and keeps it going all the way through. So that's a really nice feature as well. So to undo the waypoint, you just double click the 2 buttons on the top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use the onboard microphone, and we'll just test to see how loud this is from here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the different speeds. So let's try speed 1 first. Speed 1 is very quiet. Let's try speed 2.
So try speed 3. Now, what I also love about this too is you can do some great reveals from down low and then sort of move up. So it's a great device for doing that type of thing. And, you know, this can take an awful lot of weight, which is really good as well. And you get this lovely smooth footage all the time, which is just so much fun. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll look at how the app works. It's just called the Zeapon Lab. The first time that you connect this, you would have to go into Bluetooth and connect it. Once you do that, it just goes straight to this dialog box that you've got here, or the app interface, and it's very, very easy to use. The slider part at the top is already marked in yellow, but there's also some that are probably going to be upcoming devices that you can attach to this, which is tilt, rotate, and also follow focus. So hopefully soon they'll have those modules as well that I'll be able to get on those. They're not active yet because they're not on this unit itself, but it looks like it's going to come. Now all you have to do is then move this at the top. You'll notice that if I move it, it will start to move towards me. Now this is interesting because it depends how fast or how far you move this over is how fast this actually goes. If I take it back, you'll notice that it will then move back. One of the other things that you can do too with this is add keyframes, and you can see there's 5 down the bottom, and you can even put different speeds within this as well. So I'll just show you how that works. So all I have to do is click onto number 1, and then I move this towards me. So you can see it's moving towards me there. I can then click on number 2, and you'll notice that that puts the yellow in there where it's going. Now I can move to number 3. And then I'll put in another keyframe. Now the beauty is now I can just change this to, if that's faster, so it will start slow and go quicker. If I move it down this way, it will start at normal speed and then go slower and then ramp up again back to normal speed. So you can set these over any point that you want to go to. If you want to delete a point, you can just click on the keyframe and then just say confirm, and then it will go back to just its normal 2 points. Now to run it through this, all you have to do is press the play, and it will run. As you can sort of see here, it's moving in between. If you wanted it to loop, you can just hit the loop button there, and it will just keep looping without stopping at all. So that's how that works. The time-lapse app is really interesting. So again, you can use the same keyframes down the bottom. You can change those as much as you like, but you can set this manual, so you can do it like you're doing with a manual intervalometer, or you can say, and then you can change your exposure and interval time, etc. And you can also set preview scenes sort of in, which are night, clouds, the stars, sunset, miniature, growing plants, cityscape, and water flow. So you can set those, and that will do it all automatically for you. I haven't done any of that yet because I haven't really been able to get out due to being in lockdown. But you just get it by a cable and attach a cable from your camera into the unit, and then it will do it all for you, which looks really nice too. So I can't wait to have a play with that in the future. So let me know what you think about this. I think it's a really great gimbal. It seems to be, well, it seems to have everything that I would need. It's nice and small. You can take the motor off if you want to and use it as a manual slider, which I showed there as well. There's a slight noise when you're using it in the 2nd and 3rd speed, but remember, I was very close to that. I think if you were using it in an interview situation where you're further away, you wouldn't hear that at all. I was only with, you know, like half an arm's length away from the unit when I played that setting for you. I think it's a really great device. For the price, like I said, it's way cheaper than if you're dealing with some of the more expensive products that are out there. I will leave the link below down there so you can buy this if you're interested. And apart from that, guys, if you have any questions, leave those down below as well. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.